What's up guys, Christian Retro Lover 4 here, back again with another review. So if you know me, I love me a good zombie movie. So recently I checked out Land of the Dead and Return of the Living Dead. Land of the Dead is very different from Romero's classic films, like Day and Dawn and Night. But I still think it has the same spirit as the original three, while still bringing things new to the table, like the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead remake and Shaun of the Dead did for like zombies in the 2000s. He kind of did like an evolutionary kind of theme to this movie, which for me I really love, because it also kind of adds like an 80s cheesiness to it, just to see like zombies using weapons and like being personal towards people. Like, for example, spoilers, but John Leguizamo's character, he hunts down Dennis Hopper's character because when he was a human, he crushed his dreams basically of not living with all the other rich people. That's another thing, is that even though most of the characters aren't memorable, I think John Leguizamo was extremely good in it. Same thing with Dennis Hopper, and same thing with I don't know the actor's name, but the zombie in the movie who's a mechanic, he's called Big Daddy. That's a very memorable character, very good performance in my opinion. Overall, not a half bad flick. I would say probably a 7 out of 10, the highest, but most likely a 6, but definitely like right around the 6, 7, 10 range. Next is Return of the Living Dead, which I just watched, and it is probably one of my favorite horror movies. Like, it is the ultimate tribute to all those cheesy zombie movies back in the 60s and 70s and early 80s, and just a tribute to like monster movies in general by now giving it like a punk rockish, dark comedic tune. And they even mention Night of the Living Dead and George Romero in the beginning of the movie, so they're intentionally making like a cheesy zombie flick, and it's not ripping off the other movies. It's paying a homage to it. The makeup is incredible. The acting is pretty solid, even though it could have just gone with some cheesy bad acting. It actually does have some like moments where the characters look like they are being very emotional. The characters, like the punk rock characters in both the zombies, they're very memorable too. Overall, the story's just incredible, and if you even slightly like zombies, definitely check it out. It's definitely where like the term brains came from. Like how a lot of people, when they think of zombies, they go brains, but it's that movie like really started it all. So overall, a really incredible zombie movie and a really incredible horror movie for the 80s that I would give a 9 out of 10. It was very close to an 8, but I would give it a 9 out of 10. And definitely check it out.